Good morning, beautiful. Today, we're talking about why you should get your photos printed and where's the best place to do it. If you're an amateur photographer and you want to take better pictures and have fun doing it, click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let's get started. Why do we take photos? Why do we spend all this money on cameras and lenses and editing software? It's to capture compelling images. Whether that's portraits or landscapes or pictures of your cat doesn't really matter. We want to create something beautiful or preserve a memory. Creating images is something that stretches back throughout the history of the human race. The oldest known cave paintings are more than 30,000 years old, and that's just the ones that survived the ravages of time. In the 15th century, we started mixing pigments with linseed oil and painting it onto wood and then canvas. In the 1800s, cameras finally came along. Now we could capture images from the real world for the first time, storing those images first on metal plates and then on photosensitive film. Today's cameras capture that image on a digital sensor. Today, it's easier to create images than at any other time in human history. But sadly, fewer and fewer prints are being made. It's just so easy to take pictures now and store them on your computer or out in the cloud. But is that really the best way to preserve memories? This frame contains pictures of my family. Some of these pictures are nearly 100 years old. Some of them are even older than that. 100 years from now, do you really think anybody is going to know what to do with this thing? Or how to access great-granddad's Flickr account? Probably not. And not only is printing photos important to preserve them for future generations, it's important for you, right now. Getting one of your photos printed, framed, and hanging it on the wall gives an incredible sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. It serves as a motivator for you to keep taking photos. It can be the inspiration that pushes you to take a better photo your next time out. Here are some examples of my prints. This is a photo that I took of my wife. Now, she was so pleased when she saw this picture, and she told me that it was one of the best pictures that anyone had ever taken of her. So I got it printed, framed, and it hangs above her makeup table in the bedroom. I hope that every time she sees it, she's reminded of how beautiful she is. Here's one of my daughter. I love this one because it captures such a genuine smile. It's a reminder of a happy day in the backyard, and if you have kids, you know just how fast those times slip through our hands. Here are a couple of pictures I took on our recent vacation to Florida. You can check out a video about that trip here. And this may be my favorite, because this one was taken by my daughter on that same trip with her D3400. She was so proud when she looked at that picture on the back of her camera, and I wanted her to be able to remember that feeling. So I got it printed and framed, and now it hangs on her bedroom wall. So, now that you're ready to get some of your photos printed, the question is, where? There are a lot of options and the quality varies, so let's look at a few examples. And I'll remind you, this is not a sponsored video. These are purely my opinions. A lot of retail stores offer photo printing, and there are several online dedicated photo printing services as well. Here's a picture I took of my daughter, kind of like a school portrait. First, here's the digital. Next, we'll look at some prints. I laid each of the prints down on a piece of white foam core and photographed them. I set the white balance based on the white foam core so everything is equal. The first one was a print from Walmart, ordered online and picked up in store. Next up is CVS, again ordered online and picked up in store. Finally, one from my favorite online print service, mpix.com. Now let's take a look at all three side by side. The Walmart print is a little dark and washed out, and has a bit of green cast to it. I think this is the worst of the three. The CVS print is a little brighter, but still not much contrast, and it's gone a little too far in the other direction, trading the green tint for a pinkish magenta. Finally, the print from MPix. It has good contrast and sharpness, and the colors are accurate. This is the keeper. All of the other prints I've shown you are from MPix as well. I've been very pleased with the results that I've gotten from them, and their prices are competitive too. So hopefully I've convinced you to look back through your catalog and find some bangers to get printed, and given you a start on where to get that done. This is Southern Exposure, information and inspiration for the amateur photographer. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Then go out, take pictures, and have fun doing it. Thanks.